It's a danger zone. You in the middle of a war, don't leave your banger home. Hey, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name?
Remy Lena, but everybody calls me Remy.
Okay, how old are you, Remy?
27.
27? All right. Where you from?
Originally from New York, Brooklyn, New York, but I've been living here for 7 years straight.
Okay, shout out to BK. Any similarities with Atlantic City and Brooklyn?
Honestly, at first, when I was a teenager, I used to talk shit and say, oh, this place is like country and all that, but honestly, to me, it's like the same thing. It's like the same energy, the same atmosphere. It's just a little bit of a smaller place. That's all.
All right.
And then also, I realized, come to find out, everybody out here got family in New York anyway. So.
Okay. Small world. Small world.
Yeah. Like the same.
How was your upbringing? How was your childhood?
Well, I was born and raised in Brownsville, Brooklyn, Langston Hughes.
Shout out to Brownsville.
Yeah, between Pitkin Avenue and Mother Gaston.
All right.
It was pretty. I mean, it was a good childhood. My parents, they did the best they could. I had a good upbringing. It was just like going to school was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, especially if you didn't have, you know, like name brand sneakers on.
Oh, okay. So people was getting teased a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, and not just teased, like it was like physical altercations. Like out there, like you gotta have family out there. Okay. Like to have like a good upbringing in school. So I had it good at home, but going to school was bad because I didn't have no family out there. You didn't have no family? They only Puerto Rico. Okay. So I started coming out here when I was 13, but long story short, I've been living straight in Atlantic City for 7 years.
Speak on your experiences living out here in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Well, I've been coming out here visiting since I was a little girl. And not to bash Atlantic City, I don't know if it was Atlantic City or me or both, but ever since I came to Atlantic City, like within 3 years of living out here, I somehow started using dope. Okay. I mean, not somehow. I'm saying somehow, like I don't know how it happened.
You don't know how it started?
I got tackled by an officer when I first came to live in Atlantic City. Okay. In Ventnor. He tackled me and he landed on me. He was a big white guy. Okay. And luckily I landed on my right knee. Okay. So when I landed on my right knee, he had to weigh like 200 plus pounds. Wow. So when he landed on me, it basically messed up my knee. But I always think, yo, thank God I landed on my knee and not flat on my stomach, because he would have probably like broke a rib of mine or something. Right. But anyways, ever since that happened, like the pain started happening right away, but within 2 years, the pain on my knee where it happened, I mean, it probably looks a little different. It's not like it's not broken. It's just that it like, I'll show you. Okay. Some people say that they notice it's a little smaller. Yeah. Than this one. This is the bad one, huh? Wow. If you can't really hear it, of course, but if you put your hand on it, it like goes. Wow. So that happened when I was 20, and I did try telling the doctor about it, but because I was so young, the doctor was like, "You're too young. There's nothing wrong with your knee." She thought that I was just making it up. Right. So I didn't get the proper medical care for my knee. So long story short, I pretty much started trying to self-medicate. Okay. For my knee, and I started taking perks. Started taking the perks. Okay. Yeah, I was 21 when I started taking perks. Obviously, I got hooked right away, like everyone else. Not everyone else, but like the typical story. I got hooked on them right away. And perk epidemic. It was too expensive to keep affording it, right? Or yeah, you actually just you went forward real quick. Yeah. My bad. No, you're good. Like within 3 months. One day I couldn't find perks, so I asked a friend of mine, and he said, "Oh well, I could get you a bag of smack." And I was like, oh, okay, well, how much is that? He's like, $5. I was, oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, get that. Shit, that's cheaper.
Right.
And January 2017, I'll never forget, that's when I tried dope for the first time. Excuse me. And from the moment that I snorted it, I was like, wow, why haven't I done this before? Like, oh my God. Like, it was like 4 times stronger than a perk.
Wow. So you kind of like fell in love with it, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, should have did this years ago. Oh my God. Yeah. And then within a month, I started shooting up. But here's the weird thing. Most people think, they always say, Remy, who got you up? Who shot you up? Who was the first person that shot you up? Yeah. That's everybody's question. Yeah. But I tell them, and they don't believe me, I tell them, actually, me. Wow. They're like, no, yeah, I actually looked up on Google how to shoot up. Wow. And I started shooting up myself. So what put me over the edge though was that around that same time, I was still functioning. I was a functioning addict.
Yep, okay.
And I had custody of my now 7-year-old. I had custody of him. He was a baby at the time. Okay. Everything was fine. What happened was that somebody bit him in the arm. And I took him to the doctors one day, and I tried saying I thought it was a cat that did it because I had a friend that had a cat. They said no. They said that it was human bite marks. Wow. And I had just had a DIFUS case that closed. Wow. So I started crying. I begged the doctor. I said, please, Miss So-and-so, please don't call DIFUS, because I already knew that if she called DIFUS, they were going to take him from me. Right. And that's exactly what happened. She was like, I have to do my job. She called DIFUS, and they took my baby. He was 14 months. Wow. And they took him from me, and that's when I went over the edge. That's when I wanted to die. I like, ow, I just lost custody of my baby, and I just lost a court case with my daughter, because I have an older daughter. At the time, she was 6. And the judge had okayed for her to move to California. So basically, I just lost both of my kids in within 2 days, and I couldn't take it. I wanted to die. That's pretty much what pushed me to the edge, like to the streets of Atlantic City, I guess you could say. Right. I can't believe I'm even here. Like, there's this thing called back off. There's a stamp called back off back in 2017 in the summertime. At that time, there was like people like passing away left and right. Yeah. I overdosed, like, I lost count how many times I overdosed. Wow. Not proud of that, of course, but that's why I was gonna say I can't believe I'm even here. But that was 2017. Pretty much I was out here like the scum of earth, quote unquote. I was on crack too at that time. Like after I started doing dope, I started doing crack. Okay. I got clean. I was clean for like 1.5 years. I relapsed in 2020 because this sounds so stupid, but I was kind of like overwhelmed with my other child, my youngest. This is my other son, my youngest. Right. I was overwhelmed, and I was going through a bad breakup, and I know it sounds so pathetic, but that's what pushed me to relapse. In 2020. So 2 years later, finally, I could say I'm clean now, but it's
clean, guys.
Yeah, finally. But pretty much I would say that's my story. I'm 27 now. I have my own apartment now. At first I was homeless too. Okay. Even when I was on drugs, I had my own place, but you could say I was homeless because I was always on the streets. Right. So I'm proud to be able to interview. I'm blessed to be able to interview you. Thank you. Because it's people that's right now going through what you went through, and they're having a real tough time getting clean.
a real tough time.
And I'm thankful that I bumped into you.
Absolutely. You're a great example, you know, because, you know, I've been to different places. Kensington, Philadelphia. I don't know if you heard of that place.
I've heard. It's real famous.
Man, it's little kids out there using. So hopefully your interview, your story could save a kid's life. A young kid's life that want to hit the streets, that want to get high, that's going through so much. Or recovering drug addict that don't want to relapse, but they're fighting. It's hard. It's tough. Life is kicking their butt, you know?
Life alone is hard for non-addicts.
Absolutely.
So imagine a person that has a mental disorder, because, you know, they say that addiction is like, it's a mental disorder.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I just want to say, you know, not to sound corny, but, you know, for anybody that's feeling like they're stuck, God is real, and I know you don't want to hear about that, but
right.
Jesus will clean you and clean your heart, and there's nothing impossible for God. And also, trying to find people that are like you, like maybe NA or church, or even friends. Like it's good to have people like a support.
Absolutely. Listen to her, y'all. She's preaching for you guys. Preaching for you guys.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say.
It's all good.
I know God is real, because I overdosed so many times, like literally.
And you're still here.
Yeah, and like literally like yearned on myself and everything. Not trying to talk TMI, but yeah. So that's how I know I was actually dead. And I'm still here, so still I know here. There's a God.
Absolutely. So Remy, I already don't have to ask you if you're religious, because you speaking, I could tell you're religious. Did you grow up in a Christian Catholic household? I'm not religious.
Okay. I just believe in God.
You believe in God, okay.
And I believe that it's not so much of like the religion part, is more of your relationship with God.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I believe, I guess I grew up Pentecostal. I believe in Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
So what do you do when you feel like relapsing? What do you do to get your mind off it? Do you hang around more positive people that help you out, or what?
That, and also keeping busy. Like, I realized that when I'm busy doing anything, it could be anything. I realized that I don't even have room in my mind really to think about doing drugs, right, or stupid shit. Right. Also, I like to play the piano. I like music. Okay. I like to sing.
Make beats.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's actually like my specialty. Like I don't know how to play like Mozart on the piano, but my specialty is making beats on the piano. Okay,
all right. You got any YouTube for your beats and stuff like that you could tell the people, or not yet? Not
yet. Maybe this is probably gonna push me to start my own, because I've been wanting to do it so bad, like start a YouTube channel.
Get your channel out there. Start. Recording. When you get your channel, you could either send a link to my YouTube channel, or email, whatever you want to do, and I'm gonna let the people know what your channel at, so you get you started, so you can have your own platform, you know. Thank you. And get some stuff going on. But Remy, I want to thank you for your time. God bless.
Thank you.
Please stay on the right track that you're on. Even if you gotta look on my channel to get motivation, you know, to stay away from it, please. God bless, Remy.
Thank you for bumping into me.
Yeah, God bless.
God bless you too, Bobby.